Good evening, fellow meanderers. Find ourselves still in Hampshire, and we are on Milford upon Sea, where we're staying near, and we're going to make our way up to Hurst Castle this evening. But I'll tell you what, let me just quickly adjust this a touch. Down, there we go, perfect. So yeah, because I'm used to aiming up a bit more. So yeah, Milford on Sea, Hurst Castle, and I think it's Hurst Lighthouse as well, which is along the way. So we're gonna have a little trot down, but what a gorgeous setting with that sandbank. And this apparently goes all the way along this sandbank. You ready, Moss? Come, yay. Let's go. Good boy. Very peaceful up here as well. And I found some free parking. Score. So yeah, this is the Keyhaven Marshes ahead of us. Let's do a quick narration before we get on this walk. So the many species of bird and plants that use Keyhaven Marshes are fairly easy to see, but beneath the water's surface, the marshes provide an amazing habitat for a very diverse community of fascinating fish. So we've got the sand smelt. I'm not going to try the Latin. So sand smelt are the most numerous fish species caught locally in our estuarine fish surveys. That's to do with estuaries. They are silvery, translucent fish with large, round eyes and are usually around 10 centimetres long. They love to stick together and form large shoals to confuse predators, but are nonetheless a favourite of fish-eating birds and predatory fish, especially cormorant terns and large bass. Moss, leave it. Leave it. It's because he's got his hood up. What are you doing? Sea bass. Every year from spring into early summer, adult bass spawn in the middle of the English Channel, releasing millions of eggs. When these hatch, the tiny bass drift and then swim towards the coast, looking for rich coastal waters and estuaries where they'll find warmer water. Plenty of food and a haven from predators. Keyhaven Marshes is just such a place, and juvenile bass thrive here. Moss! Come on, leave it. Where was I? Hang on, Moss. Oh yeah, when these hatch, the tiny bass drift and swim towards the coast, looking for rich, and they'll find warm water, plenty of food and haven from predators. Keyhaven Marshes is just such a place, and juvenile bass thrive here. I'm repeating that. But did you know that most of the bass we eat are farmed and that wild bass stocks are declining? In order to conserve this iconic species, there are strict rules on fishing them. And finally, Moss. This is the common goby. What a weird looking fish. There are many goby species in local waters, but as you'd guessed, the common goby is the most numerous. This tiny pot-bellied fish rarely exceeds 6 centimetres in length and prefers a muddy seabed with stones and discarded shells into which it lays its eggs, which it then guards. Common gobies can look a drab brown at first glance, but their delicate markings and fascinating behaviour are better appreciated up close in their natural habitat. There you go, Keyhaven Marshes, there's your narration. Let's get walking, shall we? Kom jij, Moss? It's because you've got your hood up. Right. That's all it is. You caught anything?
No, nothing, no.
Fair enough. Best of luck, mate. New surface. Is that weird? Come on. Yes, come on. What's this? You're okay? That's cool. Yes, that's fine. Come on. What's this? Doesn't know the surface. Moss. Good boy. 7 months. Yeah, still a little one, but that's the first time he's had plastic under his feet. Moss, what's this? What's this? Come on. Come on, you got it. Good boy. What's this? Moss, eyes. Zit. Good. Well, I didn't quite get a sit actually, it was a half sit. I was a bit impatient there, sorry Moss. You did so well with your training. But yeah, we'll come back and probably read out the nature reserve side of things, all the seabirds. But until then, let's crack on, little Moss. What a glorious part of the country. Oh, I'm excited to see what's over this horizon. So, that must be the other side of the peninsula where I've been training, I think. That's like all Exbury area. Sun just starting to drop behind the horizon, and is that the Isle of Wight? Hang on, before I start guessing, because I can see some ships out. Is that rocks? There's rocks out at sea. Let's just quickly get up the map where I'm looking out towards. So yeah, as you can see, is that the Isle of Wight? No, surely not. That's the Isle of Wight there. And I'm looking at Mudderford Peninsula there, and that's the Isle of Wight ahead. All right, okay. Goodness, I didn't realise you could. No, that can't be right, can it? I'm gonna have to look that up a bit better on the map and get my bearings, but because I've got a feeling the GPS is messed up. So yeah, sorry about any wind noise up on this bank. And yeah, we won't take him off lead as well because of fishermen. Shift on, shift on, good boy. Let you out another cog. This must be the very end of the estuary. Just spotted a seagull. You'd rat them out of the air, wouldn't you? If you could. Oh, if terriers could fly, that would be dangerous. Oh, here's the other sign for the Hurst Nature Reserve. I'll read a little bit out, why not? Let's make it quick. So a special haven for rare and protected wildlife. During spring and summer, you might be lucky enough to spot rare ground nesting ringed plover and oyster catcher. Never heard of those. And wildflowers such as yellow horned poppy, golden samphire, and thrift. You may also glimpse the beautiful marbled white butterfly. Each winter, the reserve hosts internationally significant numbers of Brent geese who have travelled thousands of miles from the frozen Arctic tundra. Other migratory birds like dunlin will be visiting from Scandinavia or Russia. Having arrived at our ice-free coast, these birds need to feed and rest before heading back to their breeding grounds in the spring. Wow. Yeah, I won't name all of them, but that is quite an abundance of wildlife. That's so cool. And then basically we've just parked here. We're making our way all the way around the peninsula to the lighthouse and the castle. Let's go. Go on, Moss. He's so interested in the seabirds. Is that nice? I tell you what, on this shingle or pebble, it's tough going walking along here. And yeah, during, I believe it's between 10 and 4, they run a ferry across from Hurst Castle to the other side of these waters. But unfortunately, we're outside those hours today, so we are going to walk, well, as far as we possibly can without going too far for moss. But I really hope that we manage to get to Hurst Castle in a decent time frame. Yeah, Moss's first little trip to the beach. Isn't this nice, mate? Lots of aquatic birds sat off the side, off to the left-hand side there. I have no idea what they are. I'm not a bird watcher. I do like wildlife though. I can point out a heron and a swan. But seabirds I'm actually not so good with. I feel like that's the Isle of Wight over there. That feels like it's a peninsula that links onto me. It's way too close. Oh, little zoomers. The thing is though, mate, I won't have you off lead here for the prime reason of fishermen, actually. I could give you all the excuses, oh, wildlife, blah, blah, blah. The birds can fly off. But these fishing buckets can't. They're in deep doodahs if Moss gets his nose in that bucket. Wouldn't it be nice to own one of those boats? Sail off into the sunset on a lovely summer's day. Oh. Again, if I were a fisherman or owned a boat, which I probably never will, I would be such a fair weather boatman. Or fair weather boat captain. He's liking the seagulls. He's really keen for the seagulls. 12 minutes in, and that's with stopping to read a few signposts for you as well. Sorry if those bits are boring, but I'm sure there are others that would appreciate that, and I think it sort of builds the story of the area a lot more, what it's all about. And if you are a wildlife and an animal lover like me, then yeah, glad to be of service. If you're not, what are you doing watching this channel? Or is it just the dog's nice? Just a dog person? But anyways, thank you ever so much. I'm actually going to take this opportunity now. If you're enjoying the content, it really helps us out. If you give us a thumbs up, you subscribe, and you tap the bell icon, and then you can get updated as soon as any video drops, which is usually 1 or 2 daily. It does vary, but generally throughout the week, I'll be putting on a bunch. Weekends sometimes, I have the odd exception. There might be little breaks this week because I'm away, but all of these videos will drop in due course. So thanks again for joining us at Keyhaven Marshes on the edge of Milford-on-Sea, Hampshire. So I can hear in the wind. Oh dear. And have a little sniff about. Just trying to work out whether this castle is deceptive and how far away it is. Sandbank goes away. So it's a good 1.5 miles at least. Well, that bank's big. It's big. If you've seen that Chris Eubank video, apologies if you haven't. When he goes to KFC for the first time and he has a sip of Tango, absolutely hilarious. There's the edge, mate. Moss, leave. Moss have rubbed himself in it. Feel the stones on your back. Ooh, nice little stone pebble massage. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Is that nice? Is that nice? You ready? You done? Let's go. Here's a little tail wagging. See, that is where being patient as an owner, I was really tempted to sort of not drag him along, but push him along a little bit there, and let him have that moment. And it was delightful, like little roll in the pebbles. How bloody fun! Hey, Moss, come on, good boy. And then we can just continue strolling along this lovely bank of whatever description it is. I imagine it's to stop waves crashing in and contaminating. I imagine this is fresh water going into salinated or salt water. Obviously there is a sort of almost a distinct change between waters. They almost like collide. Strange. They don't diffuse. He's loving this under his feet. Is he going to have another roll? I bet he has another roll out of this. Go on, Moss. Shift on. Good boy. And yeah, at that point, look at him bound. Oh, maybe I'm just biased because he's mine, but it does put a big old grin on my face, this dog. So full of curiosity and energy. Like I said, terriers aren't for the faint-hearted, but goodness gracious me, they have got just incredible personalities. Big dog in a small package. Moss, come off to the right a little bit. This is a bit heavy going, this part of the bank. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a little spot where we can give you a little paddle as well over the upcoming days. Shift, Moss. What even is that? Is that a feather? Moss, leave. Moss. Leave it. Leave. Good boy. Oh, feather off something or other. He hasn't spotted this dog yet. Come on, Moss. Evening. You all right? Yeah, good, G? Yeah, good. Go on, Moss, leave it. Good boy. Leave it. I know you want to play with them all. Another day. Another day. Come on. Well, that golden retriever almost looked white. Beautiful dog. So 20 minutes in now, not quite there. I reckon it's at least another 5 minutes of strolling. But I reckon this is probably 45 minutes pillar to post, maybe an hour tops. And the other dog's looking back for Moss as well. Cute. Up close to those boats now. Pisces. I need to swap hands for the lead. I've done a lot of lead work today with moss, and it's taking its toll on my back a little bit. But yeah, it's like basically once we've done this walk, we're gonna head out of the village, get back to our campsite, and just chill out for the evening, I think. Warm up a pasta bake. Moss I literally fed just before we went on the walk, so he's fed. Once we get to Hurst Castle, which is on the horizon now with the lighthouse, we'll give him a little drink, brief break, and then we'll circle back. Go on, yay, Moss. Take the tension out of the lead, good boy. Almost when you pull the tension in, they lean more out of it. Take the tension off. Oh, you're gonna just do what I wanted anyways. Sweet. Patience is a virtue. What have you found? What is that? Don't even know what that is, but it's some kind of rock. Leave it, Moss. Do you know what? He's got a toy now. All right, fair enough. Leave. Come on. Good boy. Right, that toy is averted. Leave. Always automatically go to my left hand. That's the side I'm trying to protect. Now, firmly in my right. Generally speaking, I pass the lead between the hands, depending on how comfortable it is and what side of my body Moss is, to make lead walking a bit more pleasurable. But yeah, sometimes I put it in my left hand and forget that I'm trying to rest up a little bit. Stunning. You can now see the lighthouse blinking at us. Hopefully this gets picked up on the camera. Should come around, there's the blink. To think once upon a time all lighthouses were manned, had a little bloke in them. Look at your ear going up in the wind. Come on then. You had a little bloke in there, and I say little loosely, but sometimes it did pay to be smaller in terms of where the actual bulb was, having to change that every X amount of days to ensure that it never went out. That's the way to get around. Those 4x4, not 4x4, those off-road e-bikes are class. It's ripping along. The only thing is though, they do, or can, make you lazy. And I much prefer a walk with my dog, although I'd quite like to cycle with my dog, and not in a basket, like just running alongside me, either on or off lead. I've seen a few people like do cycling with their dogs. It looks wicked. So what we've seen that side. Let's go down here, Moss. Let's do this lowland, just because it gives us a partial loop. We're both slipping and sliding down this bank now and into the marshes on the ground level. And that just gets us out of the wind briefly as well. Moss, come. Little doodles. Here, babies. Come on, Moss. Come. So goddamn peaceful. Go on, Moss. Ready? Steady? Let's go. Come, yay. Good boy. Moss, you ready? Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a dead fish of some kind. What? That's mad. Come, yay. Let's go. Leave it, Moss. Come, yay. Eyes on. Good boy. Shift on. Shift on. Shift on. Boy. Shift on. Hey. Go on, Moss. Let's go. Yes, good boy. Shift on. Hey. Who's taking that spaniel and those people? You ready? Moss, come yay. You ready? Steady? Let's go. Good boy. I've only randomly just started doing that with him. Ready? Steady? Let's go. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Like that. I can play that all day long, mate. And that's like just that deep breath, basically, you know, and just applying that tiny little bit of patience with them. Moss, they're gone now. Come, yay. What's this? Moss. Good boy. Eyes. Eyes. Yes. Good boy. Let's go. Everything in his being wants to go for that bird. Moss, leave. Leave it. Good boy, yes. Keep going, shift on. Shift on. Come, yay. Go on, we're so close. Come on. Come here. Okay. He stopped on me. What's this? Heel. Moss. Eyes. Heel. Yes, good boy. Let's go. Heel. Good boy. Keep going. Shift on. Shift on. I'll tell you what I said about 10 minutes ago. That would only be 5 minutes. Deceptive. It's a rather large castle, actually, in all fairness to it. Might be at least another 5 minutes to get there. Did have at least 5 minutes for reading, so yeah, if I can make this walk bang on an hour or an hour and 15 with the walk around in the castle, I think that'd be pretty decent going. Like I've said on this channel, especially the early stages, like you don't really want to overwalk a puppy where you can help it. I think recommended guidelines for Moss's age is like 40 minutes, which I either stick under a few times. This is per walk, so either side of the day. So this morning I did shorter walks so I could get this one in later. But once we're at the castle, we will take a little break for sure. Take on some water, which typically I've brought some for him, but none for me. Sure, I could have a swig out of his bottle. He won't mind, will he? I now understand why a ferry runs. Trudging through this pebble. I have a feeling it's a lot thicker like down here than it is on the sandbank, but this is definitely slowing us up a touch. At least he's mostly loose lead walking, which is really nice to see. Leave it. Good boy. Shitty tissue. Let him lead off again. Ready? Steady? You don't have to say go. Just off. Off he goes. Oh, probably making a camera bounce with him bounding down the lead. Well, that just looks like quicksand to me. That is no bueno, Mossy. But at least I've managed to sort of try and make this walk there and back as interesting as possible. I'm walking down the thinnest bank, but again, I've got no sea view that side, but I've got a lovely ground level view of the marshes. So yeah, when we get back up towards it, well, when we come back, we'll just do the bank exclusively at that point. It's nice being down here, but it's It's thick. I dread to think how many metric tons of pebble have been put here, and it's obviously man-made. God knows how much such a project would have cost just in stone alone, let alone moving it here. It obviously makes for protection from the sea, so I get it. The amount of negative erosion in the UK. Sure, from your geography classes you can remember the term longshore drift. Basically the sea takes the deposit of sand and goes and puts it elsewhere. But the English and, well, the British coastline is slowly eroding, and also rising water levels, or sea levels, a massive factor. Well, I must say, first impressions of said castle, hope I'm not looking at the wrong bit, but it's more of a fort than like proper military, like, rather than the castle, or maybe also the castle beyond it. You can hear birds. Moss, ready, steady, go. But yeah, Moss, if we don't make great time on the way back, I'm carrying you, little buddy. I'm not risking your joints. Probably like the last bit, basically, I'll do. I'll give you a little carry. It's a bit of a dull evening, in all fairness, in terms of the weather. But it's nice to be breathing in that sea air. Go on, yeah, Moss. Yeah, trudging away. Oh, it's such a shame that the ferries at this time of year don't run later. I mean, initially I was planning on getting a ferry there, then coming back, like, on foot. So we've got the lighthouse off to the left, and I'm pretty certain that is not the Isle of Wight. The Isle of Wight is over there. I've got my bearings now. I don't know why you're pulling so heavy. Moss, feel some water. It's been going a little bit. This is a good opportunity for a little break, I think. If I can get your water bottle out of my pocket. Moss, water. I will get this out. Mossy, Moss, what's this? Moss, do you want some water? Water? Bound to need a drink. Moss, no? I'm surprised by that. Moss, what's this? Not interested, okay. We will press on, Moss, if that's the case, mate. We will press on. Oh, this gravel's so much better compacted in, so you're not like sinking through it as you go. That was really effing tough going through that bottom bank. One can only hope it's easier on the way back. Some old dead structure of some description with a poo bag. Couldn't be bothered to pick that one up, could you? Yeah, there's some sort of structure underneath as well. This is cool. Nay. It's like some kind of kiln. Or kiln? Is it kiln or kiln? I can't bloody remember now. Like a clay oven sort of thing. Random though, or it's some kind of bunker perhaps. Just noted the battery on my camera has decided to crap itself as well. Wow, this is actually quite, it's a fort, man. That's not a castle. I basically just want to get round to the lighthouse, have a look at the rest of the castle, and then we'll start heading back. But yeah, I think what I might have to do, I might have to turn off the camera briefly for a number of reasons. One, I need both my hands to carry moss. And two, I've got low battery. So I might just film up to this section. Then as we're walking back and Moss is like mobile again, I'll tune back in with you guys. Moss. Yeah, this is Hurst Castle, guys. I mean, those walls are insane. Oh, I can actually smell the seaweed. Oh, that's so nice. Like the kelp. That sea air. Oh, drink that in. Go on, Moss. Is this one of the little ferries that come across? Surely not. Maybe. I mean, I guess there's only certain size boats and ships you can have. So I'm so glad Moss is light. Like thinking like with borderline dread over carrying him, but I just had to remind myself he is only 6 kilos. I'm just knackered myself. Look at these crow's nests. Benches, one of the banes. Oh, I can feel some narration coming on here. 10% battery life on the transmitter as well. It's going well. So, oh, wicked. So the middle bit is the Tudor Castle, which is that section. Right. What a cool place. Hurst Castle was built by King Henry VIII in the 1540s. Wow. I won't read through all of this, but you can always pause if you want to read. That is cool. King Henry VIII's castle. What a legend. Moss, we sort your lead out, buddy. This way. See, I've got battery issues all round. I've got my mics want to fail, the camera wants to fail. Also, I walked a long way. Yeah. So you obviously can go in and have an amazing view as well. But just cool, like little sort of, I guess, some kind of marshland type moat thing that, oh yeah, and it's got a drawbridge. Sick. Little railway track running round the outskirts as well. Oh, Moscow. What an interesting place. Oh, I'm so glad we came now. I wasn't so sure when I saw the initial wall. So I'm assuming, is that Queen Victoria, that stamp? The VR 1873. Victoria Royal, I want to say. Now we've got the lighthouse as well. Go on, Moss, go have a little look at the lighthouse whilst we're here. Oh, so nice to be walking on grass, isn't it, boy? Very, very windy. Oh, this is the sea here. You can see the waves rolling in. So this must be the estuary or the entrance into the Solent, I want to say. Might be wrong. This railway track runs all the way. I wonder if I can get you up the middle. No, it won't track that, fair enough. Moss, come on. Kom jij? Something just beautiful about lighthouses. I don't know what it is. How old these walls are. Oh, so these would have been old gun turrets would have sat on these. You can see all of the, what do you call it, the metal where they'd have a good, good field of view, just overlooking with a little bank in front of them as well for protection. I guess that's another reason for why the bank was built, right? From the purposes of only allowing a small gap of entry into the Solent. It's where all the ammunition would have been kept in these little chambers here, which not really got much left of them now, but there would have been a big door across these. And then plugged into these big old screws would be massive cannons. Don't ask me the technical name for exactly what these cannons are called and so on and so forth, but they are big shooty guns. Oh, I know exactly why the track's been put in. The track that's run all the way through here, this would have probably served cannonballs and then onto, like shells later on. There's the sea, Moss. There's the sea, bud. What is that? Wonder whether he wants to have a dip in it. I'll let him dip his toes. It's not for drinking though, it's salinated. Sea foam. What is it? It's a sea. He's got his nose in the bubbles. Oh, careful, Moss. Got frightened by the tide coming in. It's the waves. Oh. He's intrigued by it. Go on, Moss. This way. Moss. Come on. Good boy. Oh, let's get up this bank. There you go. You got your nose in the sea, boy. Got your nose in the sea. Oh, I wanted to do that for a while. Okay, it's not a bright sunny beach, but what it is Hurst Castle in Hampshire with Keyhaven Marshes and the English Channel behind us rolling into the Solent. And again, I'm banking on the fact that it is the Solent. Please don't shoot me in the comments if it's wrong. I'm certain the Solent is what runs through Southampton and up into this estuary and sea eventually. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to tie it up here briefly, and then whether or not I tune back in, because I'm going to carry the boy now, is yet to be seen. So if I don't tune back in, I'm going to conclude now. So everybody, keep on meandering, stay positive, and much love.